Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to another fun memory planning Monday. I'm Laura Daniels, and thank you for stopping by for a minute and visiting my channel, Ink and Whimsy. I'm excited about this week's kit. It's by Planners Anonymous, and it's called PAU. And who does not love everything paper, pencil, colored paper, colored pencils? And this has everything to do with that. So if you're interested in seeing my thought process and how I bring this week together, then go grab your favorite cup of coffee and come on back and we'll get started. Alrighty, so let's get started. First thing I want to do is just to give you a quick walkthrough of the products that I have available to use and that I've chosen and picked out of my stash that's just brimming over in my closet. And as I said, this week of June, I'm using Planners Anonymous kit. So here are some things that I'm starting with. The Distressed Oxide, Pumice Stone, Tattered Rose, and Stormy Sky. There are usually 3 different washes that come in each of these kits, so I put them out on an index card. Look at this one with all the pens and the pencils. Then of course you have the bookshelf, so there's always a real skinny, a medium, and a large, which is fun. Then they have a sticker book, and I pulled out a couple of sheets that I'm excited about because I love the muted colors. She does a lot that are glossy or gold foil, and I wanted muted, so I love the navy and the red. But the rest of the sticker book, just has so much fun in it that I'll be able to use it again at a later date. So that's always a good thing. There's ephemera. Would you look at that? Oh my gosh. And this right here, positivity. You're doing great. So these would be fun to use as a tip-in of sorts. And look at this that I could use as a journaling card. This is one of those things you hang on a doorknob, I guess. Pretend in school. And then would you look at these, all my paper-loving peeps. Pens. You got electric pencils. Not electric, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Got a jacket here. We got a cheerleader. You got the cover to the pen. Of course, you got your sneakers. And then she always includes one big card, so that could be a tip in. And then this stamp set that has pen and pencil. It has a little checklist here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Listening, feeling, watching, reading, learning, loving. So lots of fun there. And then I pulled out some Heidi Swapp that I had, the envelopes. This would just be perfect. The color goes great. This little open booklet tab. This is one of the envelopes where you can slide this in and out, so you glue this to the back. Oh, you could also use this side, right? You can either put photos or journaling on this right here. Here's an envelope that is in some vellum, which is real pretty. Here is a more muted tan, and these are fun. I've used these before. They open up, and I've put photos on there. And then this looks very schoolish. All these came in different Heidi Swapp kits. All right, so let me pick these up because I want to show you the papers that come with this kit, and you know I get excited. So let's see. All right, we're going to go through them one at a time. These can be cut out just to use as bookshelves, which I love. And then on the flip side are some of your pages that you can use as background. This has a lot of potential because these could all be cut out individually. I love stuff like this. Look at the entire keyboard right there. Isn't that pretty? Here's a background. This is all your paper airplanes. Here's another background. I love this. I see a lot of potential for this. And look at these lockers. Oh my gosh, like have it so one of them opens up and it peeks into some journaling on my page. Here is some vellum. Can you see that real good? That would look great laying over the top of anything. Well, this is acetate. Sorry. Here is your vellum. Here's your vellum to go over the top of a page, and it has the keyboard, it has scissors, your hole punch, a notepad, and then we have all of my photos, which I have a whole bunch, but you know, I like to have a lot because then I can choose through them to see which ones best tell the story once I'm working with the kit, and I kind of have an idea of how I want to lay things. Alrighty, so in a YouTube sec, I'm going to be back sharing some of my ideas on how I want to put all of this together, so don't go anywhere. So one of the first things I always like to do is I've usually put together my photos in a collage 4x6, and then I cut them all up. So that's what I'm doing now. And those of you that have been watching my channel, you know I like to include some of the news. So back on June 6th in 1944, we had the invasion of Normandy. Now I don't always put things on the exact day. And then I have my son's birthday, and I like how these are vertical like this. I'm just going to lay everything out basically where it goes, and this was supposed to be June 8th. But then we have the day in history of Mickey Mantle's number 7, and he retires from the New York Yankees. And then little Izzy goes to the Children's Museum this week, so I want to put those in there. My daughter and son-in-law get a promotion. They have friends over. And my granddaughter, who is 4, she was talking about how when she told her mommy, she goes, "Mommy, I want you to keep the door open at bedtime," she says, "and I want you to keep it open this many." You know, and it's a text message like this. It was in the family chat that I screenshot. I did a screenshot of what Danielle wrote, and then I saved the picture of my granddaughter, so then I just have it in a vertical. And then this is where I told the kids that I love them, and each one of them wrote back saying, "Love you." I love remembering stuff like that. Love, love, love it. And here's some extras of my son's birthday. So that's a lot of photos. Let me share with you some of my ideas on how I want to bring this all together. Do you remember this? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this. I want to do something on this side of the page. I'm hoping I can do it this side, where these lockers are on top of this. You open it up, and on the inside of the lockers, I have photos on this flip side, and then here you have the inside of the open locker. I thought that would look really cool. I love it when I can make doors. Here is a stamp set from close to my heart. It's called Dream Maker, and I want to use some of these background stamps, the little dots, the words. This looks like paint splatter, so I think it really goes with the overall theme that I'm working with. I picked out these 2 different banners, and I like the colors on how they go together, and I wanted them flipping up and down. And then look at these stickers. I showed these to you at the beginning. See how the navy blue and then the red really go with not only the photos, but they also go more with the colors I want to bring out in this kit. So I'm going to use these to highlight the day of the week. And then this is a slide envelope from Heidi Swapp, and it has this on the inside. Now you can have, you know, this can be the end, or you can flip it and it goes like this, right? So what I'm thinking of doing is cutting this down and having Mickey Mantle on the front, and then on the inside doing the day of history, the day in history, excuse me. So that would be a slide. And I love this right here. I got to find a place for it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do these, but look at this piece of paper right here. Maybe I can make one of those double wide doors so that I open it up and it shows these photos on it. That's something to think about. And then I got these little books to use as a tab. And would you look at this? Remember the piece of cardstock? I cut this out. I do love to fussy cut. It just relaxes me. And let's see. Oh, and then there's all these little pens and pencils right here that I cut out. So I'm about to have some fun. I'm going to first off do kind of lay out my bigger pieces, know where I want to do my background stamping, make all my folds and my tucks and my flip-flaps, and through the magic of YouTube, I'm going to be right back, and we are both going to be surprised as to how this actually comes together. So don't go anywhere. Oh my gosh, you are not going to believe what I did. I got all the way done and then I found 2 photos underneath all this pile of stuff that's all around me in my creative chaos, and it was 2 more photos. So I had to fit them back into this layout, and I'll show you where they are as we go through this. Let me share a little bit of what I did. Now, you saw my thoughts in the beginning. It didn't all pan out the exact way, but a lot of it is pretty similar. I put the pen up at the top. This was a sticker. I love these 2 pennants. Now with this one right here, the reason I added the pens on the back was because you saw the newspaper here and you saw this white and this print, and it really didn't look very nice. So I thought, well, it's all about pens, papers, and schoolwork, so I just flipped the pens and met them in the middle and glued this on top. And I added a little pen down here in the bottom. So now when I flip it up, you can see, let me move this down just a little bit, how I was able to add some of my granddaughter's schoolwork, and then the funny post that my daughter-in-law sent me about Diana measuring how far she wanted the door left open at bedtime by measuring her hand. She goes, I wanted this many, which I thought was adorable. So I wanted that on there. I added these stickers. And these are actually screenshots of Diana writing the alphabet and writing her name, which I thought all went with school, so I loved it. And then here is the beaches of Normandy, which I love adding a little bit of history. Here is a photo of my daughter and son-in-law when they had some friends over at the house. And this is a text message that I had sent to the kids, and then they all wrote back, which I loved. I added some of the stamping in the background, and I used this stamp set. It's called Dream Maker, and these are all words along here, which I love the look it gets since this is school time. I added this background stamp also, and then these little dots. You see them sporadically. So you see how I was able to bring in the colors of the actual kit. Now I ended up using periwinkle with Close to My Heart and then ballerina, because the colors just matched beautifully. All right, so you have this flip up right here. I added journaling along the bottom, and then on this right here, remember I showed you this envelope pull tab from a Heidi Swapp kit that I had gotten. I stapled the books to the actual pullout, and then on here is where I put the actual history of Mickey Mantle, number 7, retired from the New York Yankees. Now, here is the photo that I found in amongst all of my stuff, and it's my daughter and my son-in-law. They had both received promotions, pay raises, so I wanted to make sure I documented that. So I slipped it in there right behind Mickey Mantle. All right, now, this is a pen that came with the kit. Be great for a photo op. I journaled here along the side, and then I journaled here up top, and what I did on the back of this pennant is I added some photos and stickers of when my mom went with my niece Isabel, we call her Izzy, to the Children's Museum. So I thought that was fun. I put a sticker that was a sneaker, so there we go there. And the way I'm going to have this in the book is right on top. This is what I'm most excited about. Look at this. All right. So remember the sheet of the lockers. It was a long span, and on one end it had the lockers open, and on the other end of the piece of paper it had the lockers shut. So I switched it. Let me show you what I did. This is a sticker, and I just stapled it to the edge, so it's a tab. So I put the stickers here. I put a small piece of paper about this long, folded it in half, and I put tape along either side so that it flips back and forth like this. And it's this piece of paper right here. So it matched the back of the lockers. Okay? So here's the inside of the lockers. This is a die cut. I actually made it a die cut. It was a print on one of the pieces of paper. I cut it out so that it could be used at the tab for this right here. Here are the photos of my son's birthday and my granddaughter celebrating with him. I should put something right here, actually, now that I think of it. And here's some more photos from the birthday. So you have the outside of the locker, you flip it open, you see all the goodies. I wanted this here to kind of bring out these colors. I also added the paper airplanes, and I put the trail of the paper airplanes. You've seen me do it with flowers when you have bees buzzing around. You just show the flight path. Alrighty. So in the comments below, tell me what you think. Is there a favorite part of this spread that you really thought was creative? Did I inspire you in some way as to some things you want to keep in your own journal that you hadn't thought about? I actually love taking a kit and then figuring out how I can make it work for me. Now, obviously, this is something important to remember. All these photos don't have something to do with school. I just picked a theme and a color that I like that went with the photos, and it doesn't go with every photo. The colors don't either, but I think I made it work. I'm happy. All right, my friends, I'm going to call it a wrap. I hope you enjoyed our time together. Give the video a thumbs up. You know the drill. It shows YouTube and me that you're both enjoying the content, and I truly appreciate your support. And don't forget, there's a Stop the Blur playlist in the description so that you can watch past episodes that I've already uploaded. Until we meet again, God bless and have an incredible day. Bye-bye.